I'm going to take you back to where we were just a year ago when we really went to the community to engage all of you, every citizen in this community, from students to business owners and community members, around the design to really get a sense of your needs, your aspirations, and your ideas for what this library could be.
So first of all, we reached out with a survey, paper survey and digital survey. We had over 350 respondents of all ages, from all over the county, and we'll talk about some of the details of that in a bit. We had 8 community meetings, different members of the community, different ages, different user groups. So we began to look at where to place the key elements of the site. Someone had parking with a big capital P up here, and I was a planning commissioner in my town for 6 years, and we called it the Richmond Parking Commission because every project had to do with parking first. If you solve the parking problem, you can solve most other problems, quite frankly. But we thought that parking needed to be kind of in this corner because this really wasn't appropriately shaped to support the library. So that gave us the notion that we would put the building back in this corner. And that square represents about 20,000 square feet of building on 2 floors. That's not very inspiring to us. It doesn't make a lot of sense to us. So we began to look at how we could take the building program elements, the key program elements of a library and an administrative headquarters space, and break them up and use those 2 building masses to compose and organize the site more eloquently. And then of course, we want to respond to the solar orientation. So maybe the library piece faces true north-south, east-west. So north-facing glass here, you'll see why. South-facing glass here. It's also a bit of a better neighbor. So the front door is here and it has a bit of a nod to the entrance off of 40 and still maintains the prominent view here. And again, this view up the hill is straight up to that end of the building.
So you first entered the library through this point here. On my staff, we call this the Book Lovers Marketplace. The mission of the Cecil County Public Library is to champion reading, to build knowledge, and to inspire curiosity. We're creating a space or an experience as you walk in that allows you to experience our mission in every way. That's going to be a place where we have vibrant, dynamic book displays. It introduces you to a way to discover all the resources in the collection there. In this area, there's some cafe seating. We have some vending machines so that people can get food and drinks as they're in the library. Off to my left here, we have 2, in addition to the public restrooms and the elevator, we have a 100-person community meeting room. It's about the size of Elkton's. I see some people smiling. I think that's going to be a huge benefit to citizens here. I think this is probably our largest meeting room and probably much in demand. Right across the hall is what we're calling our Creative Commons classroom. Has anybody here heard of a makerspace? Okay, a few. It's a space for all members of the community, not just children, to do really fun, creative, hands-on learning and discovery. We could have tools in there. We could have 3D printers or virtual reality in there. We don't know. It's all of the spaces here are designed to be very durable, but also flexible, so that they can evolve as the needs and interests and goals of the community do. As you come into the first floor area of the library, we have the collections in the middle here. In total, we have about 70,000 items planned for this collection. That's right now 4 times the size of what's in that little branch in town. All throughout, particularly around the perimeter where there's a lot of glass and views to nature, our seating, study tables, all with access. This branch is going to have high-speed broadband. So many places, many choices for people to come and sit down. Really special space on this floor here is what I refer to as the business commons. I could do a whole other presentation on the library's Small Business Information Center, and some of you have probably been to those presentations. But our business librarians perform a really important service in this town, in this community, and are a part of the county's economic ecosystem. We started the Business Center about 15 years ago. We use the expertise of a research librarian to help nascent and aspiring entrepreneurs connect with the information, the people, and the ideas to test business ideas, to put together a business plan, to really walk them by the hand through the whole process of getting started, to ask the right questions and to get the right information at the right time. Something that's emerged in the 15 years that we have operated our business center is that you don't need to have a storefront or an office to be a successful business owner, but you don't always want to be working or meeting with clients in your house either. So as part of the Business Commons, we have 2 rooms specifically for business owners and entrepreneurs in the community where they can have meetings, they can do training, they can Skype someone in. We also have a lot of job seekers we work with at the library who more and more are Skyping interviews. Now there's a great space for them to be able to do that. We performed a couple of focus groups over the summer when we heard the need that we want to have some kind of technology or media lab. That could be so many things. We invited business owners on Main Street Northeast. We had representatives from the school and the college and some of the larger industries like Gore and Northrop Grumman to come and do a needs assessment. And for what you might assume would be kind of disparate needs across that group, we really came up with some common threads. One was that business owners in the town of Northeast really wanted the library to use our ability to broker good quality software for particularly design to them by bringing in Macs, by purchasing InDesign software so that they could create really great graphics for their businesses, learn how to do all kinds of things that they right now don't have access to the technology or the skill sets to do. The other one was that they all wanted the ability to edit and record really good sound, and that surprised us. They wanted to be able to create commercials, to do PSAs, to do training videos, a lot of podcasting. We had grandparents in the group who thought it would be wonderful if they could record themselves reading books for their grandchildren, or people who wanted to do oral history. And so if you build the space right, it's pretty easy to provide this. So we have a small sound recording studio in here as well.